I'm back, I'm biased, I'm bothered, and I am always unfiltered. If you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. But you still haven't managed to worthy up? Not to worry, let's get into this mess. Welcome back to the weekly roundup with me, Skin Band, where we talk about all the shenanigans that has taken place in the Sister Wives world. Oh, we did have to say goodbye to Johnny and Special Forces. Before he even got to throw his grenade, poor Johnny. But you know what I was wondering? What the hell is Cody gonna do now that Johnny is gone? Because I know he had his eye on him. And then I realised what he's doing. He's trying to get Brianna's attention because he's walking around topless. Now, you have to bear in mind, right? This man is almost 60 years of age. He does have a six pack, but it is on top of a beer belly. And he's just walking around showing this to the world, running his fingers through his two strands of straggly, stringy hair. Oh my God, it was glorious. He's definitely in his tourist trap era. I know he is. Now, talking to the old tourist traps, okay? Tony Padron. Oh my God. So, do you know, Tony posted a picture that's going to be out in the world forever now. And I want to let all the people out there know, right? You know, if you're feeling really good about yourself, perhaps you've lost loads of weight, perhaps you've gained like some good muscle and you want to show it off, whatever it is, perhaps you're just feeling yourself, right? Whatever is going on. You know before before you hit post, right? Ask somebody in your life, what do you think of this picture? Now, only do this if it's somebody that you trust, like somebody who's going to be honest with you. And if they say, what in God's green earth are you doing? Don't put that online. Then you know that you shouldn't post it, okay? But if they say to you, oh my God, you look gorgeous, off you go, away in a hack. Now, in my mind, right, Tony said to McKelty, what do you think of this picture, McKelty? And McKelty says to him, oh my God, Tony, take me here and take me now. And that's why he posted it. That's the only reason that I have that he posted this picture. I don't know why he did, but do you know what? I love that for him, right? I hope when he looks at this picture, he sees something different than I see. Anyway, in Sister Wives, we are officially in the new mansion, and I say thank God, right? Because the poor tenders, they just hadn't got enough room in the original mansion. Sure, they couldn't even play feckin' hide and seek. The poor things, you know. Oh, thank God they're there and they have that extra bit of space. They were cramped. They were cramped out there, they were. Anyway, Janelle, of course, is in North Carolina, but the girl is living her best life, okay? Now, she's with Tony and McKelty and Peyton, right? They're all living in North Carolina. Now, I do want to give you a little update. I know that Janelle is moving in with Madison. They're building houses, but there is actually it is actually taking shape. She has the floors in, she has the foundations, but you know what? It's more than she ever had when she was with Cody Brown. I'm feckin' delighted for this woman. I really, really am. I can't believe, right, how much this woman has sacrificed for the family. And basically, she got nothing. She literally got nothing. And she is building, well, she's building something from scratch. Like, there's nothing there. I'm so proud of her. And I am just so happy for her. That's finally, okay, finally coming to fruition. This woman is about to get a house that she has built all by herself, right? That she has wanted for decades. She's finally going to have it. Anyway, I am going to talk about Jen and Mr. Jen, but just for a second, okay? Just to catch everybody up. So Jen and Mr. Jen bought a bike shop, okay? Apparently it's like the happening place in Palawan. I don't know why they told us that because there was literally no customers in this place. But we did find out from Mary that she met up with Ron eventually, okay? I will say I am bored. But you know what I am interested in? Do you remember she was going out with your man Amos? Yeah, I want to know more about that. I want to know like what happened. I want to know how everything unfolded. So our big story in Sister Wives is of course Aurora, because Aurora has a boyfriend. Now, I I have heard people say that they're not really interested in this, and I have to ask you, are you insane? I'm interested in this for so many reasons, okay? Because it's Aurora. we know that Aurora doesn't really like going out, and we know that Robin doesn't really like her going out. So they're going to spend a lot of time at home, and then we're going to get to see all the shite that they have in that mansion. So that already has cheered me up, okay? It cheers me up to see all this stuff. Also, I do want this guy to marry Aurora, but I also want him to marry Brianna. I love polygamy on the telly, and I just want to keep it going. But anyway, even if that doesn't happen, right? I was initially thinking when they bought that big arse house, right? I thought that they were going to move her mother in, the big huge one. I thought that they were going to move her in, okay? But now I'm thinking, no, no, this is for Aurora and the boyfriend. Like these have been going out for a while, right? For over a year anyway. So I think that that's why they bought it. Oh, I want them to live there, by the way. I do, because I want cameras on them. I want cameras on these people 24/7. Look, if they're filming and showing this to us, right, I'm gonna watch. I'm here till the very end. I am. I'm gonna be here till the very end. Anyway, we did get a Q&A kind of thing, like from Tony and McKelty on their Patreon with Christine and David. Now, I found out something that I did not know before. Anyway, I'll just tell you, right? So you know the way all the girls like in the Brown family, like they have a claddering. So Cody apparently told his girls that they had to earn the claddering. Like they had to earn it. Oh my God. But anyway, not only that, it's about to get worse, right? Because apparently McKelty actually bought her own clatter ring. Now, Christine didn't know, right? She didn't know that McKelty had bought it. She thought Cody had given it to her, but he didn't, right? So, oh my God, can you imagine? Like, all your other sisters have this ring, you don't have one. Your dad doesn't get you one. Maybe you didn't earn it. I don't even know what you would do to earn it. We all got like a clatter ring. Kids here get a clatter ring when they make their communion. But like she didn't get one. Like Cody didn't buy it for her, and she ended up getting it herself. But you know what? Tony Padron said, "Fuck you, Cody Brown," and he bought his girl a promise ring, right? Now, fair enough, it was after they were banging, but that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because at least he got the girl a ring, and I was actually delighted to hear that. Now, talking about McKelty banging, right? When she was in school, she was with this girl. Now they were doing all the things, right? And she ended up with a big love bite. And it was after that Christine said, "Oh, okay, then no boys or girls allowed in the bedroom with the door closed." I do actually remember Christine saying that, but in my mind, okay, I just assumed that she had been talking about Gwendolyn, but no, it was about McKelty. Anyway, we heard from David about him and Truly's relationship. Now, I will say, okay, I didn't hop on this bandwagon because I know people out there just hate Christine and they were dragging her. And I love Christine, I love all them, right? But I also was a little bit nervous when David and Christine started going out. I was nervous for Truly, okay? I love David, by the way, but I was nervous for Truly because she's never lived with a guy before. She never even lived with her own father. And when he did look after her, like for the weekend, he nearly fucking killed her. He didn't give the child anything to drink. So I was actually a little bit nervous about how Truly was going to get on. But apparently, like they get on great, and I love that. I do actually love knowing that. But David says, right, that he's not trying to replace Cody. He doesn't want to do that, right? He just wants the kids to know that he is there for any of them, like whenever they need him. And I love that, right? Like he doesn't try and discipline Truly or anything like that, He leaves all that up to Christine. He's just there, like, everybody needs somebody like that. Everybody needs a soft landing place, we all do. And I love that Truly has finally, like, this child is being abandoned by her father. I love that she has finally come across somebody who just represents like what a nice guy is. I do actually really appreciate that. Now, do you know what else we found out from David? Him and Hunter, okay, apparently they go out, right? And they have partied hard. And I thought, of course you have. I knew, right? I knew that these OG kids, I knew that they were into all the things, but they're sensible, right? I know they are, they're sensible. Janelle has told her kids, right? Live your life, have a great bit of crack, and be responsible. And everybody should do that, by the way, because life is serious enough. So when you do get an opportunity to have a bit of crack, have it. Just do it like responsibly. Anyway, we also found out that David and Christine are like obsessed with Lego and they have like loads of Lego. Now, David reckons, okay, that it's kind of like an investment because people will always buy it. I thought, is that a dig at Cody Brown? And then I think this might be a dig at Cody Brown too, because we found out that Christine's father, Rex, now you know the way Christine loves her dad, right? So Christine's father and then her other mother, right? They both love David because he's always fixing stuff at their house. I thought, of course they are. Do you know what? Cody Brown could never. We see the house he just sold. He knew that that thing was going to be on the telly, and he knew how much he was asking for it, and he couldn't even fix that fucking wall. He should have rang David Woolley Brown, give him a hand, like sorted out. There was something else that we did find out from David, which I believe is another dig at Cody, right? David says that he loves reading people's comments, but that he doesn't take them personally. I thought, of course he doesn't, because he's not a stupid person, you know. But you know who does? Cody, because the OGs, like have told us. Anyway, that is our roundup of all the shenanigans that has taken place this week in the Sister Wives world. Perhaps it's not everything, but it's basically all the stuff that I can remember at the moment. Anyway, I hope you're all having a great day, and I will catch you in the next one, which of course it will be Special Forces. Oh, which I'm loving, by the way. Anyway, love you long time.